Hey everybody, it's Doc Green, the Road Scholar, back out here. I'm going to let you guys know about a little scam. Well, I consider it a scam. You have some owners out here that have bought trucks and everything and making payments on trucks and leasing them out to other drivers in the fracking business out here. And I'm sure it's happening in other industries too, but this is the industry I'm in, so I know more about this industry than others. But anyway, these owners lease their trucks on with companies, and then they sign them on with these companies and hire drivers and lease these trucks out to drivers and tell them, hey, you make the payments on them, and after a couple of years, you load them the truck. And the drivers go into this agreement and everything, and they're driving for the company and they're making payments and everything. Here's the problem: the owners of these trucks don't own those trucks, and there's been several instances. I've heard of a lot, but here in the last couple of weeks, I know of 5 different people that have this has actually happened to. They've called me, contacted me, let me know and everything. So I'm going to put this out as a warning to anyone entering into the oil fields, going to work for someone else, and they tell you to lease a truck from them and buy it. The owners aren't making the payments on those trucks in some instances. I'm sure there's a lot that are and everything, but some of them aren't. Here's the problem: these trucks got repossessed. The drivers were working, go into a truck stop, come out, there's a record there, because these trucks have GPS on them and everything. They have repossession orders, and they were taking their trucks. Some of these drivers getting left at truck stops stranded. Some of them go on home time. They come back, their trucks are gone. One guy got his truck repossessed from his house, and of course they're upset and everything. They've been making payments. They're mad at the repossession people and the finance company, and that's the wrong person to be mad at. The owner of the truck didn't make the payments. So if you're going to get into this kind of deal with the owner and he tells you, hey, buying this truck from me and everything, 2 things: 1, make sure he owns the truck, clear title, or if he doesn't and it's through a finance company, you get into an agreement where you make the payments to the finance company. You make the payments to the lien holder, and that way they're being made, because otherwise, he skips a few payments, which is what happened, and they come and repossess the truck, and you've wasted all that money. Some of these guys gave escrow or down payments and everything, and they got in the truck, started driving, and now they're out of their money, they're out of the truck, they're out of a job, and there's nothing really. I mean, you could do legal recourse and try to sue him for the money, but chances are he's already spent that money, so chances are you'll never see that money again. But this is just something I think a lot of drivers out here need to be aware of. Another driver got into a deal with a owner-operator, and he was driving. Now, this isn't lease. He was driving for the owner, and the owner's making, his 70% paying the driver 30% or whatever the percentage is. And then after the truck starts breaking down, the owner starts taking half the money for the repairs from the driver. And these aren't, driver error repairs. These are wear and tear. That's not the way it's supposed to work. The way it's supposed to work is he's sitting at home, getting a paycheck while you're out here driving this truck. He's supposed to maintain that truck. So when you go in here and do these agreements and everything, and you're writing in contracts, make sure that you're putting this in there. Make sure you understand your contract. If your contract says he's supposed to make the repairs and everything, make sure that's in there. Don't just listen to him tell you one thing, and then you get a paycheck a few months later and he took out money for tires or whatever, because that's not on you. That's on him. So you need to make sure that any repairs to be made on the truck while you're driving for him, in the contract you have with the owner, that it states that he is supposed to handle those repairs. And you need a written contract between you and that owner. He needs one between him and the company, and you need one between you and him. A lot of drivers just take people's word at it and everything, get out here, start driving, and end up getting screwed over somehow, and they're all mad and everything, and they come to me and go, hey doc, this is not what this guy said. A lot of y'all call me Road Scholar when you see me out here. Hey Road Scholar, what do I do about this? Well, let me see your contract. Oh, we didn't have one. Then there's nothing you can do. Really, I'm sorry, you have no legal recourse. You have no recourse at all. So that's just something to let you know about that is happening out here, and that you need to be aware of when you're driving for owners of trucks who have the trucks leased on with the company. Their contract with the company isn't your contract with the company. You, as a driver, have a separate contract with the company, but you need one with the owner of the truck. There are some finance companies that even make it illegal for the owner to lease out his truck to another driver or sell his truck to another driver on payment plans while the lien is still on the truck. So if you're getting into these agreements, you need to call the lien company and find out, make sure that you're legally in that truck. And some people go to say, well, no, he has a right to do. No, he doesn't. I mean, you do in some companies you don't. It depends on the contract between the lien holder of the title and the owner of that truck. Anything else? Not really that I can think of that I want to talk about at this particular moment. I will be coming out with another video on some other things here in a few minutes. I'm just now getting back into a service area where I can get videos back on here. A lot of people ask me, Doc, I haven't heard from you in a while. Road Scholar, what happened to you? Guys, to be honest, I've been in Wales where I'm just not getting any reception over the last month. And I wasn't able to get any videos posted. But now I'm back up here in the area where I can, so I'll be doing some more videos. Thanks a lot, guys.